Okay, so I heard second, maybe third, maybe fourth hand.
I don't like these stories.
Yeah,
It's never ends well.
one of our athletes used to train here, a friend of mine. Stopped training with us because got busy and all this sort of stuff. And
Who got great results, by the way?
awesome results, yeah, jumping through the roof and moving really well. I heard
But he's
a
at
rumor,
uni and that's totally... It's fine.
I heard a rumor that he was saying you can't get too strong in the gym because it takes away your speed. Now we never told him that. I think he made those assumptions himself. But he was saying that getting too strong in the gym will take away your speed, and that the heavy lifting somehow ruins your quickness. Discuss.
Okay, so that's complete rubbish. And I think what happens is people can kind of extrapolate from an argument you make and they just twist it a little bit, and before you know it, it doesn't resemble what you said.
Chinese whisper style.
Yeah, because we did talk about the idea of there's a point at which the diminishing returns kick in, and being bigger and stronger isn't helpful when you've really maxed out your strength.
It's not going to start going backwards, it's just going to stop going up.
Yeah. But almost nobody is at that point.
Yeah.
So if you gave me if you said to me, Durham, you can pick a movie we made and we can remove it from the collective consciousness, it was that Are You Strong Enough one.
Yeah, the diminishing returns.
Because people, they just didn't, I don't think we explained it quite right, but also people don't listen that well. It was a dangerous combo. So this is a good setting the record straight. So to be crystal clear, stronger is better, particularly if it's stronger without adding extra muscle mass in terms of raw speed. If all we're talking about is making someone better run faster, if you can make them way stronger and they don't have to carry extra weight, it's just like a sports car with a bigger engine and not a comparatively bigger chassis.
Yeah, so you've got more Vs, but the same amount of kilos.
Yeah.
Because, let's take it. So, strength will provide more speed, but let's elaborate that on a little and talk about why and how.
Okay.
Sprinting, especially acceleration, which is what we see so much in team sports, that 0 to 5, 0 to 10, maybe 0 to 20 sort of stuff. You see that basketball, netball, footy, soccer, rugby, tennis, all these sports where it's acceleration, you've got 3 or 4 steps to make a change.
To create space or close the gap.
To create separation or to contain an opponent. Yeah, exactly. In those situations, acceleration, and you see it in all the research, it is so heavily dependent on your strength.
Yeah.
How much force you can put in the ground and how quickly you can do it. Because that creates acceleration.
Because sport's full of guys that are awesome once they get up to top speed.
Which was me. I was terrible at acceleration, but I was okay once I got
You're wonderful from 50 to 65 metres after the play's gone. Or,
Yeah. But yeah, back when I track at school, I'd stay with them from 10 metres behind.
Yeah.
It was too late. So strength improves your ability to create force, obviously, it's in strength training.
Yeah.
If you can create more force, you can push into the ground more, create more momentum, get more strides in, and then
you're up and at 'em.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think it comes from this idea that strength training is, because it's slow and you grind through the lift.
Yeah.
You can, lifting 100 kilos on a squat, it's a slower movement than sprinting 20 meters. So it feels like I've moved slow. It's training my slow twitch.
People don't get the connection at all.
Yeah.
I had an incredibly intelligent sports medicine doctor tell me a decade ago when we were having a conversation about this. And very educated sports med doctors, those guys are,
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, why are you doing all that squat stuff? It's not doesn't have the specificity. You should just be doing lots of jumping." And from that lens, it makes total sense. If you want to be good at, if I want to be good at shooting foul shots, I will practice foul shots.
Yeah. If I want to get good at archery, I'll practice archery, not darts, because they're not the same thing.
Yeah. But it's a lens that fails to take into account saturation. Where if you're already doing a thing heaps, more of that thing, it's like water. You've got a pot plant and you've watered it, and then you go and you water it again. Not beneficial.
Yeah. In fact, you might be draining it.
Yeah. And so if we took an athlete who's already doing 160 jumps per week, and we said, right, we're going to improve your vertical, let's make you do 300. Well, you're going to saturate them for ground reaction forces.
So, overload the tendons, overload the bones.
You're a ripper of a chance to create a stress fracture.
Or some tendinopathy. Yeah.
Meanwhile, you haven't addressed the fundamental deficit of the glutes don't work, they've got no strength, they're weak as a
hip
kitten,
flexors. Yeah.
all those things. So I think that's the thing you battle against all the time, is that people when they see someone doing an agility drill, they can see it's a speedy thing, whereas it takes a little bit more of a considered thing to go, well, they're doing single leg squats to make that person really good at absorbing and controlling their body weight through one leg, so that when they do the agility drill, they can take that stability into that drill and express it as power.
I like to think of, people love sport specificity. You're training a footballer, so you should have a football involved. You're training a soccer player, everything should end with kicking a ball. I think what's more important than specificity in the gym is transfer.
Yeah.
Does a thing, not so much does it look exactly the same, but will it, I want to jump higher. Is that thing going to transfer back when it comes time to move fast or to explode? So in the sprinting situation, yes, a squat or a call or a single leg squat, it's a slower movement. But by improving that action and that timing between the muscles and the glute strength and the ability to extend the hips through force, will that transfer when you open things up, take away the weights and get a chance to move with some speed?
And the answer is probably maybe, if you're not also doing technical work on your sprinting.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that gets lost. It's like, I only do this, I only do that. It's like, well, no, like that's why we built this gym. So we can do sprint technique, jump technique, lateral.
And then go and strengthen. Yeah. It's such a sport specificity transfer. It's such a grey area. Everyone loves to go jump for jumping. Squat if you're a powerlifter, run if you're a track guy. So take a bit from them, take a bit from them.
Yeah, because even a powerlifter, like if a powerlifter, and they've gotten much better at this. God, that sounded patronising. I didn't mean it to be, but it used to be that powerlifters never did mobility work, and then
or never did speed work, like speed sets.
Yeah, and then Louis Simmons from Westside Barbell made some pretty good revolutions with that. As a general thing, like that, it's now standard that you'll see powerlifters doing foam rolling, ankle mobility drills. Like that's changed. If you look at those drills, you go, well, how is an ankle mobility drill going to make you lift a weight heavier? It's the same thing. You've got to address the underpinnings.
Yeah. What's holding you back from squatting a heavy weight in the powerlifting example? Yeah. It might not necessarily be strength. You might be strong as an ox, but you just can't get into a good position to exert that force.
Yeah.
Same with the running. You might have really good mobility, really good elasticity, but if you just can't put enough force into the ground when you sprint, then you're missing a piece of the puzzle. Yeah. And more sprinting isn't all of a sudden actually going to make you stronger. That's what the weights room's for. But then if your technique's wrong, that's what the track time in air is for.
So the self-serving answer of the solution is that you do a workout that involves mobility, flexibility, activation, movement technique,
power and elasticity and plyometric or light plyometric
strength and power, and then pre-up, which is
what we do.
I don't. If you had to just pick one thing, we've debunked that idea that you can get too strong. It's more that you can just over invest in an area you're already succeeding in. I think that's.
Or you can. It's something we did. I've just come to my mind now. We didn't pick up. You can add too much muscle mass.
Yeah.
If you do your strength work and get stronger, but also gain 10 kilos.
I wish. Well, it's good that we can't remember. But there's a very famous worldwide guru, shall I say, who ruined an NFL player's career.
I remember that story.
By putting on too much muscle.
Wide receiver?
Yeah.
Wide receiver who was supposed to be lighter and faster, added 15 pounds in an off-season, couldn't run, couldn't get the speed, couldn't make his gaps.
Yeah. Looked great, filled out his t-shirt great.
Oh yeah, made a great photo. But
yeah, really interesting. So you can do that. I haven't seen that myself yet, really, anyone who's put on too much muscle and it's been a problem. I have seen people who, we have had people who put on a bit of muscle quite rapidly, and then there's a bit of a lag. So you've got someone who's...
Because muscle and then strength comes up to fill it?
Yeah. So I've had that where people say, my vertical hasn't gone up, or I don't feel that much faster yet. And there's a bit of a lag. It might take another 6 weeks and learn to use the new muscle that they've created. Again, it's pretty rare. I would say in 17 years I've seen that 5 times. But it does happen. Yeah.
You were summing up if you do just one thing. So prisoner's dilemma.
Yeah. If I was just going to do one thing, I would still address strength, because the strength is going to give you. Because if you don't address the strength, you just can't technique your way to success if you just don't have the grunt in your body.
You can run pretty, but if it's pretty but not much coming out of it.
Yeah,
it looks good, but it takes 15 seconds to 100.
Yeah. And the strengthening will give you so many other benefits as well. So you're not just getting faster running, higher jumping, you're also getting more durable tissues. You're also getting, by chasing the ability to squat well or crawl squat, you're getting really good body control. There's a lot of knock-on benefits out of that.
Strength allows you to make good positions too when it comes to your technique. If you don't have the strength or the power to get into the positions, there's no point teaching the positions to a body that can't handle them. For example, a body angle when it comes to acceleration.